Hello and welcome to the Box Seat, a midweek edition for racing on Wednesday the 12th of May 2021. Where the rail's at 14 metres, the track will be a good 4, and while there are showers forecast, it's going to be less than 1 millimetre, so nothing that would affect racing on Wednesday. Race number 1 is a maiden. It's the Flying Colours Restaurant Maiden, a great way, Flying Colours, to spend your Wednesday afternoon out at the races. We're going to watch the second place performance of Renegade Ruler.
Bone Man into the straight at the 300, led the way, tackled immediately by G-Force, Mine Detector, Powerful Force trying to build behind them, Renegade Ruler, Mia Nabil, and here comes Piccola Senora right down the outskirts of the track. Piccola Senora swept up, grabbed the lead and has put them away. Coming from last, there's a big win. Piccola Senora won from Renegade Ruler.
We're pretty impressed with the way that Renegade Ruler's improving at every single outing. We go back 2 starts ago and he ran into horses like Big Screen, like Piccola Senora, like G-Force. And then last start from that replay, we've already seen 2 winners out of that race. Powerful Force broke his maiden, albeit at Kalgoorlie, but also G-Force was a very impressive winner at the opening meeting at Northam. So I think that form is good, and with the likely favourite being in Cerise and White, we're every chance of getting a sneaky price about this horse. For me, anywhere sort of $460, $485, it's good enough to find out in what is a pretty thin 1800 metre maiden. I'm going to go on top in race number 1 with number 6, Renegade Ruler. Number 7, Van Man, the son of Vancouver, who steps out sharply in trip. He made his debut at 14, he went straight to a mile, now to 1800. He looks pretty one-paced. I don't think he's one of the better Cerise and White horses going around, but he still should be right in the mix here. Number 10 in Subjugator. This is a horse that's hardly beaten a runner home in 2 starts, but they've both been on heavily rain-affected tracks. And number 5, Next Best, Buckeye Bullet, who's drawn wide but does have some tactical speed. My numbers in race number 1, 6, 7, 10 and 5. Race number 2, Amelia Park Lodge Plate over 1200 metres. We get to see a newcomer to WA, another Team Ganjemi tried horse acquisition here. This is Al Bakhturi running 3rd at the trials.
Outside, Bafunja has gone up to join the leader, and that is Janura. 2 lengths away is Al Bakhturi, who's over on the outside running 3rd. Said No One Ever travels up behind them in 4th place, and to the outside is Secret Stature and Bright Diamond. It's Bafunja racing up on the outside of Janura. Bafunja has taken the lead and drawn clear, and Bafunja comes home to win from Janura, and 3rd home was Al Bakhturi.
Not a bad little trial from Al Bakhturi before his WA debut. He has a lot of weight to carry, he has the winkers on, and I think he probably has a little bit more upside than most opponents here. He couldn't have asked for a thinner Class 1 to start his WA career. Only had 2 runs when last in work, sat 3 wide the trip when breaking his maiden at Pakenham, and then went into what is a pretty strong Class 1 at Sale. That race has produced a number of subsequent winners and really held up as a form reference. So I think here he can make a winning start to his WA career. Number 1, Al Bakhturi. Number 4, Lord Augustus, first up, no trial, and was a fresh winner when last in work. This horse has always shown a lot at the trials, and hopefully he can start to put it together. Number 7, Mischievous Diva, another one resuming here. She has had the benefit of a soft trial, and she's also got the benefit of a wonderful gait. Number 2, I Am Eugene. It's a bit of a first up type race. In fact, my first 4 are all first up, including I Am Eugene, who can kick through on the inside, lead or box seat, and I thought the trial was good. My numbers in race number 2, 1, 4, 7 and 2. Race number 3, Tab Touch Betty Your Bet Handicap, a Class 1 at 1200 metres. It does contain a debutant here. We're going to watch his trial. His name is Written Matter.
Noble Knight in the centre. Down on the inside behind them, Far in Gold. Under a bit of pressure now, Dynamist trying to respond. And down the outside, Written Matters putting in a really good burst down the centre of the track. Here's the Ganjemi train, Written Matter for Jared Noski, racing up on the outside of Cross Statement kicking on. But it's Written Matter dashing to the lead now from Cross Statement, and battling away is Noble Knight. But it's an easy win to Written Matter, coming away to win it well from Cross Statement, and 3rd home.
Very interesting to see Team Ganjemi throw this unraced son of Written Tycoon straight into a Class 1 on debut. But they do that from time to time, and they actually have done it with quite a lot of success in the past couple of years. Again, it's a little bit like the Class 1 that Al Bakhturi, the stablemate, went to. Couldn't have asked for a thinner race, really. There looks to be only a couple of legitimate dangers. So while he is high up the order for me, I just went with the race experience. I went with a horse that's been around for quite a while and continues to race well, a 3-year-old of Lindsay Smith's with the services of BRAGWELL. He's right up the top. Number 1, his name is Apple Schnapps. I think 1200 metres about sees him out. I think 59.5 kilos about sees him out. But the more I dug into the form of this field, there's not a lot of it, to be fair. I think here if he beats the debutant, he probably wins. 1 on top for me, narrowly, from number 3. Looks like Written Matter's a very talented horse who will probably get to bigger and better things in the future, and there's no reason why he couldn't break his maiden in a Class 1. Number 6, Carly's Karma, the bar plates going on is always cause for concern. The trial was actually pretty good for a horse that was beaten a long way. Number 2, There's a Chance with a senior rider on next best. But in a very thin Class 1, race number 3, 1, 3, 6 and 2. Race number 4, Heineken 3 handicap, 1,000 metres. We're seeing whether or not Timely Outburst can remain undefeated. This is her in replay going 2 from 2.
Fence fourth and Pike works on Apple Schnapps into the home straight though at the 275 and Rock the Planet quickly put up a length and a half to 2. Timely Outburst, who's now starting to knuckle right down, and once she got a mind on the job she quickly dashed up and hit the front. She pricked her ear, she pulls away. Apple Schnapps is running on, but a very good return here by Timely Outburst. She won well.
Probably a very similar assignment here for Timely Outburst. This is definitely a class rise and the toughest horses that she's met to date. But she's likely to come out running from the draw. She'll likely park in the breeze, be ridden like the best horse, and I think she was doing her best work late there. Really loved her trial, really liked her first up victory, and she does look progressive, this filly. I think she can make it 3 from 3, but definitely does have to rise to another level here, number 5. Number 3, Material Witness, who's won two races down at Albany, a maiden and then a Class 2. Drops back to 1,000 metres here. Is a get-back run on type, but I love the way he's attacking the line. Number 6, Smart Princess, who went right back to the inside first up. And in review, it was simply wrong place, wrong time. Most of the good runs were coming right out deep, so she actually went straight into the black book. I then go to number 1, Schoolhouse Rock. Can't miss the grey in the run. First up, no trial, might need it. Might be better suited as we head back to Belmont Park. But I do like this horse. I think he has a bit of upside. My numbers in race number 4, 5, 3, 6 and 1. Race number 5, happy 60th birthday Gillian and Tartus handicap. This is a very good 3-year-old race. We're going back 7 days ago and watching one of the best bets on the box seat, Victorious. It's always fun when we get to do that. This is a try for us.
Deval Miyagi hit the front at the 275. Miyagi now joined on the outside by Try For Us. The filly lets down. She goes up, grabs the lead, kicks a length and a half in front. Divine Quest in pursuit, but this filly's going well. Try For Us, she's got their measure. She's coming away, and this progressive filly draws clear to win it well. Try For Us over 2.
Do have a real liking for this filly. Her maiden win down at Pinjarra was really authoritative. Her victory last week was just as good, if not better. She comes into a midweek 3-year-old race and she does run into a couple of handy ones. The first up, Peter's Investments winner in Perfect Gem, the stablemate in Sun, Prize Pursuit and Bragwell as well. So there's a lot of quality in this, but I don't see a reason why off the 7-day spin around she can't be very hard to beat again here. A heavy 8, back to a good 4. She's drawn a gate, much like last week, where Chris Parnham can have her wherever he wants her in the run. And the turn of acceleration she's showing at the moment, she's a Saturday filly for mine, and we're going to continue to follow her here on the box seat. Number 4, Try For Us. Number 1, Sun, who found himself breezing last week. He then cut back to the inside as he turned for home. He was run down by Divine Pair, but in a race where they absolutely smashed the clock. Have a lot of respect for Sun and a really good use of the 3-kilo claim for Victoria Corva. Number 3, Bragwell, who comes out of a high-rating Saturday race that's already produced a couple of plunge horses. I speak of Divine Pair, I speak of Fanta. Where there's smoke, there's fire, seems to be a good form reference. Number 8, Perfect Gem, a big step up from a lowly Northern maiden, but she definitely did it in style. My numbers in race number 5, 4, 1, 3 and 8. Race number 6, Salinger handicap, a 1400 metre Class 1. This replay is a Saturday graduation race, and it's the second placing effort that we're focusing in on of Lone Hand Larry.
Captain Burglar snuck clear 2 lengths. Blankenberge, Pure Magnus home in 5. Sassy Trader plugging away. Billy Ray is starting to run on from Lone Hand Larry, and Holy Ghost also making ground. Captain Burglar passing the 100. Here's Billy Ray on the outside with Lone Hand Larry. They're both coming. What a finish coming up. Head bobber Billy Ray. Billy Ray just got
2 starts for Hayden Ballantyne. Could not be any more impressive for this horse. His maiden win was dominant. He pulled out 3 wide before the home corner, and he actually was running away from them on the line. He went straight from a maiden into a Saturday graduation, and he pushed a pretty handy 3-year-old and Billy Ray right to the line. I think here he steps to 1400 metres, which is a big tick for him. He's a 60 plus back to a 50 plus. And the 4-kilo claimer Jet Stanley is putting horses into positions that we don't normally see from 4-kilo claimers. I think from the draw he may well have Lone Hand Larry 1 out 1 back or 1 out 2 back, and with the 4-kilo claim he looks awfully hard to beat here, and one of the better bets on the program for sure. Number 1 Lone Hand Larry. Number 9 next best, and that's Winnie's Wine. Throwing this mare in for a little bit of value, comes back into a Class 1, should get track conditions to suit. Out to the outside, run on Wednesday with the rail at 14. So maybe she can run a race at odds. Number 3 Mightiness, first up, new stable, now with Adam Durant. Few gear changes, drawn a soft gate. Number 5 Sky 5, a rare senior rider engagement. I thought the recent trial was pretty impressive. My numbers in race number 6, 1, 9, 3 and 5. Race number 7, all flags, signs and banners handicap, over a mile. We're going to the opening meeting at Northam and watching the last to first victory of Speedbird.
Alice under a bit of pressure at the top of the straight, followed further back behind those Altamont, Danish Gem, and down the outside Smoking Barrel and Speedbird. Artie's Jewel still the leader from Deputano at the 250. Stellaran, Speedbird, they're both running on strongly down the outside. Speedbird, Stellaran have gone past Deputano, and Artie's Jewel's gone. Speedbird hits the lead. Speedbird, Stellaran, they're going to come away. Speedbird got the head in front. Speedbird from last. One from...
Really starting to come of age, this 3-year-old filly, since transferring across to the stables of Ben and Dan Pearce. She went up to Geraldton, won a lowly 58 plus, but absolutely demolished them. Brought that form back to the provincial area on the Sunday should I say, meeting at Northam. Went into a Class 3, sat last, came to the outside and was doing her best work late and through the line. Looking to make it 3 from 3 here, and if the track conditions are get back, run on, 3 wide with cover, and she's one of the fillies that really does stand out here because that's her exact race pattern. I think she can make it 3 in a line here. Number 5, Speedbird. Number 8, Chili is Hot, another 3-year-old filly taking on the older horses. Tends to get back in races that haven't been run to suit. She should get conditions on Wednesday, and a little bit something of different. We get the services of Mitchell Pateman here taking over. Number 2, Classic Rogue, comes from a Saturday race back to a Wednesday, and all the prior form in the Great Southern was very good. Number 4, Said No One Ever, worked awfully hard last start in a race where they were hiking along. I think that can hold up, even though he is up in grade. My numbers in race number 7, 5, 8, 2 and 4. Race number 8, Mum Champagne Handicap, a 1200 metre race, where we get to see a new track record holder. This is the race where Super X broke the track record at Northam.
2 clear of Super X, Jag the Joker, the grey pushing up towards the inside. Rosebush back in the middle, Black Smuggler through along the rail, followed further back by Tiffer Spoken, Convicted Man next. Inside the last 200, Super X lets down now and quickly joined Fair Joy. Jag the Joker is trying hard, but Super X has booted nicely clear with about 75 to go, and Super X is home and hosed. Super X won from Jag the Joker, Tiffer Spoken third ahead of Convicted Man.
Not only did he break the track record, he did it under 60 kilos as well. Very, very impressive. And we know that the market's going to have a leaning this way because we saw what Jag the Joker did in the market on the weekend. While she didn't win, she still ran a nice race, but more importantly, she was 15 into 7. So we were expecting some money here for Super X, and it's 4-kilo claimer Tyler Becker who'll be looking to maybe reproduce what Jet Stanley does earlier on Lone Hand Larry. She has guided this horse to victory before. He is in very good form for Luke Fernie's yard, but he's probably going to have to burn the candle at both ends because he's drawn wide and there is some speed underneath. This is a race to me that looked like it could throw up any sort of result. So I went hunting for a little bit of value and I came up with the top weight here in Guns of Navarone. Now he hasn't raced for 46 days, but he goes very, very well off 42 days. So if you tie in those parallels and all of his top end form, which is 72, 78 plus, he can be more than competitive here. Fingers crossed they're getting back and running on because that's where he will be. I think there's a 3 wide train here and I think he can get over them and he's probably going to be double figures. Number 1, Guns of Navarone. Number 4, Diablerie, who's been really racing well in Saturday grades. He backed up off 7 days, Saturday to Saturday. He's now off 4 days, Saturday to Wednesday. So he's had a lot of racing, but he continues to go well. Number 6, Island Missile, first up off the back of a couple of impressive trials. Number 3 in Super X, our replay horse. Can he sustain that run throughout? That's the question. My numbers in race number 8, 1, 4, 6 and 3. Rolling into best bets for Wednesday the 12th of May 2021. Sticking with the filly, race 5, number 4, Try For Us. Into race 6, number 1, Lone Hand Larry. All of your bookings for Flying Colours Restaurant, all of your tickets for Roma Cup Day on Saturday, perthracing.com.au.